Welcome to the 10-Minute Book Club. Today we will summarize the book of Made to Stick by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. Why some ideas stick and others fade. Lessons from Made to Stick. Introduction. Why do some ideas spread like wildfire while others disappear? Why do urban legends, memorable marketing campaigns, and classic proverbs persist for generations? These are the questions that Chip Heath and Dan Heath explore in Made to Stick. Their research reveals that sticky ideas aren't just naturally occurring phenomena. They are intentionally crafted using specific principles. The book introduces the success model, which consists of 6 principles: simple, unexpected, concrete, credible, emotional, and stories. These characteristics define ideas that people remember and act upon. By understanding and applying these principles, anyone, from business leaders to teachers to activists, can create messages that make a lasting impact. The success model. 6 traits of sticky ideas. 1. Simple. Focus on the core message. The first step to making an idea stick is to strip it down to its essential meaning. Complexity makes messages forgettable, while a single, clear message makes them powerful. Example: Southwest Airlines' guiding principle is, "We are the low-fare airline." This helps employees make decisions that align with the company's core value, whether it's choosing seating arrangements or cutting unnecessary costs. Takeaway: if you say 3 things, you say nothing. Prioritize what truly matters to your audience. 2. Unexpected. Capture and retain attention. People naturally tune out predictable patterns, so introducing an element of surprise keeps them engaged. The best way to do this is to create a knowledge gap, make people curious, then resolve their curiosity. Example: a teacher introducing probability could start by flipping a coin and claiming to predict the outcome every time. This unexpected statement intrigues students, making them eager to learn the concept. Takeaway: use the element of surprise to break expectations and sustain interest. 3. Concrete. Use tangible and sensory details. Abstract concepts don't stick. To be memorable, ideas must be expressed in specific, vivid, and sensory terms that people can easily picture. Example: instead of saying, "A large movie popcorn is high in saturated fat," a public health campaign framed it as, "A medium-sized movie popcorn contains more fat than a Big Mac, fries, and a steak dinner combined." This concrete comparison made the message much more effective. Takeaway: use relatable, real-world examples instead of vague concepts. 4. Credible. Build trust in your idea. For people to believe an idea, it must have authority, evidence, or self-verifying proof. Sometimes, the best credibility comes from allowing people to test an idea themselves. Example: instead of using economic data, Ronald Reagan famously asked voters in 1980, "Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?" This simple question allowed people to assess the credibility of his argument for themselves. Takeaway: use real-life proof, not just statistics, to make an idea feel credible. 5. Emotional. Make people care. People don't act based on facts alone. They are motivated by feelings and personal connections. The challenge is to make people feel emotionally invested in your idea. Example: studies show that people donate more to a single starving child than to a statistic about world hunger. Why? Because human emotions respond to individuals, not numbers. Takeaway: make ideas personal. Appeal to identity, emotions, and self-interest. 6. Stories. Inspire action through narrative. Stories are powerful tools for persuasion because they provide real-life examples and allow listeners to mentally simulate situations. Example: Subway's marketing team didn't invent a new campaign. They recognized the power of Jared Fogel's story of losing 245 pounds by eating Subway sandwiches. His authentic experience made the brand message stick. Takeaway: Use compelling real-life stories to make abstract ideas personal and actionable. Overcoming communication barriers. The curse of knowledge. Why experts struggle to explain simply. One of the biggest barriers to making ideas stick is the curse of knowledge, the difficulty experts have in explaining things to non-experts. Once we know something, it's hard to imagine what it's like not to know it. Example: in an experiment, one person tapped a song rhythm while another guessed the song. The tapper assumed the listener could figure it out, but only 2.5% actually guessed correctly. Experts unknowingly assume others understand their ideas as clearly as they do. Solution: step into the audience's shoes. Use analogies, stories, and concrete examples. The Velcro theory of memory. How to make ideas stick. The brain remembers ideas better when they have multiple points of connection, like Velcro hooks grabbing onto fabric. Example: teachers who use a mix of storytelling, visuals, and hands-on activities help students retain information more effectively than those who rely solely on lectures. Solution: make sure your idea has multiple ways for people to understand and remember it. The Sinatra test. When one example is enough, a single powerful example can establish credibility instantly. Example: the phrase "if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere" from Sinatra's New York, New York illustrates how a tough challenge can prove someone's worth. Business example: if a small startup successfully serves NASA, that one example proves their credibility for any future client. Solution: find one overwhelmingly strong example to prove your point. Spotting versus creating sticky ideas. You don't always have to create new sticky ideas. Sometimes, the best approach is recognizing existing ones and amplifying them. Example: Subway didn't invent Jared's story. They simply shared it effectively. Solution: be a great spotter of compelling stories. They are often more powerful than made-up campaigns. Conclusion: why sticky ideas matter. Made to Stick is an essential guide for anyone who wants to communicate ideas effectively. The success framework proves that sticky ideas aren't born, they are made. By following principles of simplicity, surprise, concrete details, credibility, emotions, and storytelling, anyone can make their ideas more memorable, persuasive, and influential. Final thought: the best ideas don't just inform, they inspire action.